Hello YouTube, it's Mohammed from Chupang Farm. Today is the beginning of March and it's a beautiful day to start the warm season. You can see our bees are all awake and the newborns, they're just practicing flying with the figure 8 here. But the bees are not the thing that I want to talk today. If you remember last time, the last video I had about the barn remodeling, I increased the size of the gate here, and my plan was to clean inside. So you can see the inside is fully clean right now. There's a huge space. It's 25 by 50 feet, and it's ready to have concrete flooring, which I will start that project soon, but I couldn't do that because of the cold weather. But the thing that I want to do here today is to bring electricity from that red barn all the way here. I'm going to bring a 240 volt 50 amp circuit, place a sub panel here, and the way I'm going to do that is bring the wires from the inside of the barn all the way right here and this section, and start digging. And I could do two ways. I have some PVC conduits, and I was thinking to dig and use those things as a kind of no cost for me. But the thing is, for PVC I needed to dig, I believe, 18 inches below the surface, so I needed to rent a trencher for that. Then I thought, renting a trencher, digging, and a lot of work, instead of that, how about I pay that amount of money for the trencher to buy metal conduit, and for that I need to dig only 6 inches. And the other cost saving I can have is if I use a PVC conduit, then I need to have in the breaker box here in the source, I need to have a GFCI breaker, which is significantly more expensive than a normal breaker. So with that, I'm gonna start measuring, marking, buying things. I'm gonna interrupt the video and then start talking about the process as I go forward. So I measure 34 feet from this point all the way here, and it's gonna go 6 inches down, and then I'm gonna have 3 more feet here on the top for the junction. So there's gonna be one bend here 90 degrees, and then coming all the way here another 90 degrees here, and then another 90 degrees up, and 3 more feet on top of this. And this is good for the code because I think the code allows only for 360 degrees the number of bends that you can have before you need to have a junction box. So the 90, 90 and the other 90 over there, these are all going to be the 270 degree, which is less than 360. So 34 feet length, what is it, let's say 2 feet here, 36, and 3 feet here, 3 feet there, and 1 foot underground. It's going to be 7, so 36, 7, 43. They sell them in the length of 10-foot conduit, so I'm going to buy 5 of them. I'm pretty sure I will use them later because I also need to take electricity from this barn all the way to the greenhouses, so that's a different project. But for now, yeah, 50 feet total, or 5 10-footer is going to be my measurement. Okay, I bought everything that I needed. The straight RMC, and keep in mind for underground you're going to need RMC, not the other one, which is called EMT. EMT is just for the protection of the wires outside of the ground. It doesn't have enough strength. RMC, or Rigid Metal Conduit, that's way heavier duty, and it has a better protection. It is for underground. So the straight ones are here, the bent, the 90-degree, and a bunch of coupling. All of them are here, and also the things that I don't know what these are called. So this goes here, and the pipe attaches from junction box. I don't know what's the name of it, but yeah, the conduit comes from the down, and from here it goes inside for the wall attachment. So I have everything. I'm gonna just start the process one step at a time, starting by attaching the RMC straight conduits. These are 10 feet each, and one side has the male thread, and the other side has the female thread. So remember, it was 34 feet, so 3 of them are going to go straight together, and then I'm going to cut the other one to the length. And I have a pipe threader here, and use that to thread the cut end of it. And I will put the link of all the things that I've purchased in the description, so everyone knows how much they costed, and then where to find them if they want to find something similar. But just keep in mind, I have experience in this area, so if you want to do electrical work, make sure you do consult an electrician. You follow all the state rules and the code of electrical work. It will be your responsibility to make sure that nothing goes wrong. But I'm just showing how I do the work, and you can pick as much as you want. One other thing I should mention is the thread. It needs to be sealed since it's going underground. This is the paste that I bought to seal the threads for every single junction. I applied a little sealer here on the male side, and I'm gonna attach the two together. For the 3 sections, for the 30 feet, I know it's a connection for sure, so I'm gonna tighten everything. For the last pieces, I'm just gonna dry fit without placing the sealer, and do the digging after that, make sure everything goes right, and then when all the digging is final, then I'm gonna finalize the connections. One thing I just learned, I think the pipe comes with the adapter, and I thought this adapter is already sealed somehow, but it seems it's not. So the original pipe that is built by manufacturer is male to male, and then they just put a coupler here for the convenience. I don't think they tightened that, they put sealer. So that means I need to also open here, put sealer, and close it again. Just something that make sure if you're doing similar job, you don't miss that step. So the first 3 sections are connected to each other, and I don't know why they did that. I actually would have preferred that they sell the coupler individually and reduce the cost of that from the cost of the 10-foot branch, because I had to open that, and indeed there was no sealer inside, so I had to open it and then put the sealer, close it again. And so the first 3 sections are done here, and you can see the length is a little short here, which I need to cut another piece, but I'm gonna do that after I dig. And actually I was trying to avoid the digging as much as possible, but I think no matter what, is something that I have to do. So I guess the next step would be the lovely digging. Using this shovel and the pickaxe, and I need to have 6 inches from the top of the conduit. Conduit is about 1.5 inches. So 7.5 inches deep. And I don't know how much is it, 4 feet so far. Plenty to go. I hit the foundation concrete of this red barn, so I need to dig a little more inside the concrete. That means it's time for the big gun. That the Quonset hut has this peak and valleys, and I want to mount my junction box on the peak here. If I go directly down, it's going to be here. That means I need to dig this much to have a bend and come up, which is still satisfies the need of having less than 360 degrees. So it's going to be one bend, another bend, 90, 90, 180 to 180 on the other side, total of 360. Okay, let's do a quick measurement. I do need to cut these 90 degrees because they have overlap, and thread the ends of them. But yeah, digging is pretty much done. Let's do a quick measurement. Okay. We have about 8 inches here. We need 7.5. Okay, it seems on this side, if I just put them exactly face to face, then I'm gonna have enough length to exit from the location that I want. So there's no additional pipe is needed for here. All I need to do is to put the coupling with the sealer and then mount them 90-degree rotated, so not in the same plane but 90-degree, like this. And then after I'm done with this, we can attach this whole assembly to that side. Okay, I'm trying to make a Poorman pipe vise. See if this works. I'm gonna strap the pipe in these locations to this bench, and hopefully it's gonna hold it in place. It's another day. I'm just done with my day job, so I can come back here with the rest of the project. So I finished this part. I added this section of the pipe, and now it's time to attach here. And to do that, I want the entrance for the conduit body to be in this location. It's actually going to go in, and that means the end of my 90 degrees should end up here. And if I hold this guy like this, you can see there's an overlap, which is not going to be good. That means I need to actually cut it. Hopefully just one of them. I don't think I can only cut one of them. I have to cut both of them. So I'm going to cut the two, measure the extra length that I have, cut the two, and hoping that before I reach the bend section, because I need this much for the thread. So let's say here, this is the maximum I can cut. So I have this much thread. I'm going to do the measurement, see how it goes. Okay, this side is secured and right at the center, and then I need to drill here for the conduit body and then do the measurement all the way down. Okay, everything is connected up to the point that I need to connect the conduit body. The conduit body is going to sit here, and on all junctions I put sealer. However, this one, the conduit body is aluminum and this is steel, so two different materials. And I'm going to add this Nolux antioxidant joint compound in between here. When it's done at the end, I can just seal this area, make sure there's no water is going to go inside or snow if it sits here. But it is pointed toward the down direction, so the likelihood of water traveling upward is less. But I will still put something here. And as soon as I have the final location of this, which is roughly at this location that I marked, then I'm going to drill this and put this inside and then strap everything to the wall. But before finalizing the location, I'm not going to drill because I don't want to end up with a large hole here. And all the instructions for Nolux says that I need to feed that in all gaps with the wire brush. And I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use my finger to rub it and make sure everything is filled here. And when I tighten the whole thing, I'm assuming that it's going to go and fill in all the gaps. Okay, let's recap what I did. Connected everything all the way here and created the hole. This goes inside. I can't make this closer because it's hitting the concrete in the bottom, so this gap would be okay. And created a hole here. It goes inside. Added Nolex here between the steel and the aluminum. And I will clean this up and then add a little sealer here and around this area so the water doesn't go in. Okay, I'm done with the last piece of the conduit for the outside wall, and it is ready to go, but I'm not gonna put that in because this whole path makes me a little worried. Maybe I can't fish my wire inside, so I'm gonna put the guide wire inside, then pass that guide wire through this, and then mount this, and then use that guide wire to pull my actual cables. But for now, I'm not gonna put that in. There it is. Came all the way from there to here. One thing I had to do was to use a little boxing tape because this is a 2-inch hose, and seal around that connection to have better suction. I had a quick try to pull the wires, all the cables with this string. It seems the string is not strong enough. I don't want to end up with a broken string in the middle of the path, so I'm feeding this steel wire. It's a 1/8 of an inch steel wire from this side to the other side, and then pull the cables with this steel wire. Alright, the cable is successfully routed, and I fed that through the inside, and I made sure that I have enough extra on the inside. And one mistake I made as a kind of lesson learned is I routed all the wires through the conduit body and then attached that to this last piece of the conduit, which was a mistake because to mount this to that point I need to turn this, and if everything is routed through this I won't be able to turn this. So as a result I detached that. I'm gonna mount this now here, and then I have to open all the spools, all of them, to be able to remove this from the inside of the conduit body from this side, and then mount this conduit body to this by turning it. But aside from that, choosing that 1/8 of an inch steel wire was really a good decision, and that piece of string would not be able to handle that, so the steel wire handled that really good. You have to have someone to feed from one side and pull from the other side, so it's not a one-person job. The last piece is connected here, and then I'm gonna start securing everything. Put the strap here and then start filling the dirt. I'm not going to fill all the way to the top. I'm going to fill only 2 inches above the conduit, and then place this tape. So if in case I have future construction here and I forget, this tape shows that before I hit the pipe, I hit the conduit, this tape shows that there is a buried electrical wire here. I will put a description on link and description of this one as well in the description of the video. And one thing I should say here, this is a detectable tape, meaning that it has metal inside. For my conduit, which is metal, this was not necessary. You can just spend less money and go with the non-detectable version, which is pure plastic. But I bought this, I think it is 1,000 feet. I bought this because in the future I might use the same thing for PVC conduit. But yeah, I'm just going to start filling here, placing the straps, and secure everything. After I'm done, then I'm going to route the wires all the way to the inside of that red barn. This is the inside of the red barn, and at this point I just want to wrap up the video because it's going to get too long, and finish this episode of my barn remodeling. But this is the place that from the outside it came in, but since I had a lot of sheet metals here, I didn't want to damage the wires. I put a PVC inside the other metal conduit and routed the wires inside of this PVC. And the wires are coming this way, going all the way there, and that's my panel here, which I'm gonna route everything from this point on with the PVC conduit, going all the way to this point and then coming down and then going into the sub panel I have in this barn. From the outside, if you want to take a final look, you can see everything is secured and closed. You saw I put the warning tape under the dirt, and everything here is tight, and I put a sealer around the hole I had and close this up. And from the other side it's the same story. It goes in, sealed around it, and from the inside of this Quonset hut, I have plenty of extra cable, and I will eventually connect that to this sub panel here. I do still need to put this large ground rod in the outside, and I will include that in the next episode of this barn remodeling, which is going to be the indoor attachment of the sub panel. Includes the wiring for this, attaching the other end of the cable to the other red barn sub panel, placing the ground rod, and then hopefully I have some ideas how to test it. I don't have a ground rod tester, but I have some ideas how to test it, and test everything, and then wrap up this sub panel, and then that's going to be for that particular episode of this barn remodeling. But aside from that, I'm going to wrap up here. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode.